Bitcoin is coming closer and closer to a huge breakout out of this formation because we are seeing a huge consolidation happening and we are about to send Bitcoin parabolic. We also have President Trump saying that the United States will be the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto, and he is building up to his promise because he is also signing a lot of crypto executive orders to create a national digital asset stockpile. But of course I will tell everything about this in this video. I will also have a look at the Ethereum ETF and the Bitcoin ETF flow. There's a lot of other interesting news coming into the market, which I will discuss everything with you in this video. I also have a new Twitter channel. You can follow me on Twitter and my ad is TheCryptoYapper, so you can follow me there. There are a lot of interesting formations for Bitcoin unfolding on the charts, which I will discuss with you in this video. And later in the video I will also look at the two altcoins, Ethereum and Chainlink, so you don't want to miss anything. Please slap up that like button because it will help this channel a lot and I will appreciate it. And with that being said, let's dive right into the charts. So on the 1 hour time frame we can see that Bitcoin is in this huge consolidation formation and we can see a lot of touch points here as resistance on the top side, and also on the lower side we can see multiple touch points here as support. So every time we touch the support on the lower side we saw a beautiful bounce, just like we saw in the last week, and we saw a beautiful bounce to the top side, and now we're coming closer to this breakout of this resistance area. So if Bitcoin tries to see a breakout later today and we confirm the breakout to the top side, we wait for a retest of the resistance to turn it into support, and from here you can enter the market for Bitcoin in the long, and then we can aim for higher targets. And then the confirmation will be that Bitcoin is going to break out, and the breakout target of this formation will be confluent with the top side of the formation, and that of course will also be confluent with the previous all-time high of around $108,000 and $109,000. So for instance, if Bitcoin is going to break out, we wait for a retest and then we can trade to the top side, and from this retest you could potentially see an increase of more than 3%, and especially when you are leverage trading, this is a very insane trade to make, of course. So we could also see a bearish scenario unfold for Bitcoin in the coming day, and that means that we're coming back to this lower side support, and we could also even see a break to the downside and then retest the support as resistance, and from here you can aim for lower targets. But for now we are seeing that Bitcoin is trying to break to the top side, so it is looking more bullish than bearish. And also if we zoom out to the 4 hour time frame, we can see that Bitcoin is consolidating inside of this formation, and we can see multiple touch points at this upward sloping support area. And this upward sloping support trend line is holding strong, and every time we saw a beautiful bounce to the top side. And we can see that the price of Bitcoin is getting squeezed into this apex, and it looks like that Bitcoin is already trying to break out during the making of this video. So of course we could also see a bit of a rejection, and that we're going to bounce inside of this consolidation, but eventually there will be a huge breakout to either the top side or either the downside. And for me personally, I think we will see a break to the top side because Bitcoin is still in this uptrend, and I think we will create more upside momentum and that we're going to see a bullish break to the top side. And eventually, of course, as I was saying earlier, the breakout target will be around the previous all-time high, and that will be around the $109,000. So keep in mind that this could also be happening today or maybe in the beginning of next week, but I especially think we will see a huge breakout today. And having a look at the Bitcoin ETF flow, yesterday was another very bullish day. We saw $188.7 million in total coming into the Bitcoin markets. So this was having another very bullish day, and we're seeing that the spot total cumulative inflow for the Bitcoin ETF is going exponential again, just like we saw in the previous year. And we are now coming closer and closer to this $40 billion target of this total cumulative inflow. Currently we are at $39.4 billion. So we are coming closer, and we could already hit it today. So let's see what the end of the week will bring us for the Bitcoin ETFs. And having a look at another 4 hour chart of Bitcoin, we can see that yesterday we bounced from this level beautifully, and we saw a beautiful spike to the top side. And as I was saying, from this horizontal level, we are seeing a lot of touch points in the past. We can see resistance coming into the market, and then we broke it to the top side, and now we're flipping it into support. So this is looking very bullish for Bitcoin. And this was the horizontal level for Bitcoin to break, and we broke it to the top side. We're now retesting it multiple times as support, and this support is holding strong. And from this level you could have already made an interesting gain of almost 3.5%. So this is insane, of course. And as we can see here, we can also see that Bitcoin was in a little bit of a bearish trend to the downside, but now we are shifting into an uptrend because we are creating a higher high and also a higher low from here. So Bitcoin is currently in a bullish uptrend, so I think we will just see a continuation of the trend, and that we're going to also create a new all-time high. and we could also create a new all-time high today, but of course we could also see it later in the next week. And yeah, let me know in the comments, do you think Bitcoin will create a new all-time high this week, or are we going to see it next week? And I've also got some very excited news, and that is that I am back on X. My account got suspended for no reason at the end of last year, but now I'm back at this platform, so you can just follow me there. The link is in the description under this video, so just click the link here and then you can follow me. And if we zoom out to the daily time frame, we can also see that Bitcoin finally broke out of this huge consolidation formation. We saw a beautiful consolidation after a beautiful run up from the bear market lows. Now we are seeing a breakout of this level. We are also retested this previous resistance area as support. So this was also a very interesting trade to make, because every time we break above this huge resistance, you have to wait for a confirmation of the break, which we saw here. Then we have to wait for a retest of the previous resistance to turn it into support, and from there you can enter the market in the long, and this was a perfect trade to make, and this was very clean price action for Bitcoin. So as I was saying, Bitcoin is still in an uptrend, and I think we will just see a continuation of the bullish momentum to the top side. So Bitcoin is about to go parabolic. And I've also been discussing this range in my previous videos for Bitcoin. On the daily time frame, we can see this resistance on the top side coming into the market, and on the lower side we can see this horizontal level which is acting as support currently. So we are coming closer to this resistance area. So let's see if Bitcoin can break it to the top side, maybe retest the resistance as support, and if we're going to see a retest, I'm going to enter the market again, because I think we will then see parabolic moves for Bitcoin. So for now we are coming closer to this resistance area, so we could also see a bit of a rejection coming into the market, and that we're going to have to aim for lower prices, because as I'm always saying, I am buying at support and I am selling at resistance. So when I bought at this green box of accumulation, I'm already up for almost 16%. So I'm of course taking a little bit of profits at this level, and of course I'm not going to sell everything at once, because there is a chance that we're going to see a break to the top side and then a retest and then a continuation of the bullish momentum, and that's exactly what I'm waiting for. But as you can see, every time we come to this huge support area on the lower side, I was buying more, and every time we touch this area we saw a beautiful spike to the top side, and this is exactly how you make money in the crypto game. And yesterday we had a very important news coming into the market, and that was that President Trump says that the United States will be the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. And yeah, he is looking up to this promise, because he is also signing this crypto executive order to create a national digital asset stockpile, according to Fox reports. So this is insane, of course, and this is very bullish for the crypto market overall, and especially for Bitcoin, because Trump also said that he is going to buy Bitcoin as a strategic reserve for the American Treasury. So this is going to have a very interesting price effect for the price of Bitcoin. And I think if Bitcoin is going to rise, a lot of altcoins are also going to rise. So this is insane, of course, and this is the biggest news we could have in January. And I think we will see a lot of other countries follow. And if America is definitely going to buy Bitcoin, a lot of other countries will follow, and just like El Salvador and maybe some other big countries. So let me know in the comments, what country do you think is going to buy Bitcoin next? And if we zoom out all the way to the monthly time frame, we can see that Bitcoin is now in the early stages of the bull market. Just like we can see in the last cycles, we saw a separation of this huge horizontal resistance, which was being turned into support. So now we are separating itself from this resistance area, which was being turned into support. And let's see if we can see a similar move, just like in the last cycle. So if we can see a similar move, just like in the last cycles, it would already be in 300% almost. So the breakout target will then be around $244,000. So this will be an insane target, of course, but everything could happen in crypto, and especially when countries just like America are going to buy Bitcoin. So we are now at the beginning of this bull market. And let's see if the coming months can be as bullish as in the previous cycles, and this will bring us to new all-time highs. And personally, I think we will see levels above the $250,000. So let me know in the comments, what is your price prediction for Bitcoin in this bull cycle? And the first interesting altcoin I want to have a look at is Ethereum. We can see that Ethereum is respecting these horizontal levels very carefully. We can see every time we touch this level, we see a lot of interesting price action unfolding, just like we saw in the past. And lately we saw a big dump for Bitcoin and also for Ethereum, and that was exactly what we want, because you want to buy at support, and at this lower side support I'm going to buy every time. and every time Ethereum is going a little bit lower, I'm going to buy every time at the support. So these are my limit buy orders for Ethereum. So I don't mind when Ethereum is going lower, because every time we go lower, my orders got hit. So for now, we are seeing a little bit of a pump to the top side, and from this level, you could have already made an increase of more than 16%. And looking at the Ethereum ETF inflows, we can see that yesterday was a little bit of a bearish day, because we saw an outflow of $14.9 million in total, and that was because BlackRock didn't buy anything, and we saw that Grayscale was selling a little bit of their portion. So we are also coming closer to the $3 billion in total cumulative inflow for the Ethereum ETF, and this of course is very bullish for the Ethereum ETFs. So yeah, let's see what is going to happen in the coming days, and let's see if we can end the week strong for the Ethereum ETF as well. And looking at another Ethereum chart on the daily time frame, we can see this huge consolidation formation is happening, and we can see multiple touch points here on the top side as resistance, and also on the lower side we can see this horizontal support coming into play. So this is looking exactly how we wanted. After a bullish continuation to the top side, we are now seeing the price of Ethereum getting squeezed into an apex, and we could potentially see the next leg up for Ethereum. And if we're going to see a confirmation of the break, we are going to wait for confirmation. And then I'm going to wait for a retest of the resistance to turn it into support. And from here, I'm going to enter the market for Ethereum in a long. And then I'm going to aim for the higher side of this formation, which will be confluent with the breakout target. So that will be around the $4,000. So if we're going to see a breakout to the top side and a retest of the resistance as support, we could potentially see an increase of more than 20%. So this could be a very insane trade to make for Ethereum. So I think we will see a continuation of the price action to the top side, because Ethereum is still actually in a bullish uptrend on the daily time frame. And the next interesting altcoin, I want to have a look at this Chainlink. We can see that Chainlink is bouncing from my huge support level, and I was buying Chainlink after this retest of the previous resistance to turn it into support, because we broke this level to the top side, we turned it into support, and as I was saying, at this green box of accumulation, I was buying more Chainlink. And from this level, you could have made an interesting gain again from almost 35%. So this was an insane trade. And we can now see that Chainlink also broke out of this triangle to the top side. So we are seeing continuation of the price. And this is looking very bullish for Chainlink. And as we can see, the breakout target hasn't been reached, and it's around the $29. So this could all happen in the coming days or weeks. And if we then have a look at the weekly time frame for Chainlink, we can also see that the resistance was a little bit too strong on the weekly time frame, and this resistance was confluent with previous price action in the past. And as we can see here, this level was acting a little bit too strong, but we came back to retest lower levels as support, which we did. And now we can see that the Chainlink is going to see a continuation of the bullish price action. So this level around the $29 is the next make or break level for Chainlink. So if Chainlink is going to break it to the top side, we could see levels around the $33 again, and maybe retest the resistance as support, and then see a continuation of the price again. So let me know in the comments, do you still hold Chainlink in your portfolio? And what do you think about the price prediction of Chainlink in 2025? Personally, I think we will see levels around to $100, which is a 4x from now. So again, please like the video if you think it was useful. You can follow me on Twitter, where I will discuss everything you need to know about the crypto markets in general. And in the link in the description, you can find the links to my Twitter and also to my free Telegram group, where you can join my Telegram group for free, where I will discuss Bitcoin more in depth. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.